Hello everyone, and welcome to Dirt Road Cinderella. Thank you so much for stopping by. As you can see, I have a little mess on my desk. Building the motorcycle is the next part of my buddy build with Pappy Tinkers. Most of these parts are from die-cast motorcycles I bought last fall, then made molds of. Some of you newer viewers may not have seen that. I wanted to cast resin parts so that I could build custom motorcycles. However, with winter setting in last fall, I had to wait until it was roughly 73 degrees in the house, as the resin has specific work times, temps, and humidity levels. Our house never gets above 68 from October to May. Now it is resin pouring time, which I will do tomorrow. In the meantime, I could not resist getting the parts out and throwing them on the bike frame just to see what ideas I might like. The motorcycle will ride on the trailer behind the 29 Ford. Speaking of which, it's time I gave you an update on it. Well, here it is. I have finished it. However, I cannot show it to you until everything is done for the trailer and bike, as well as Pappy being done with his. It is a buddy build, and I want to reveal them together. It came out very nicely, and I think you will all love it. Okay, moving on, I want to take this time to share a few things I ordered in the last week. First are these earth magnets in 2mm, which I love. I can never have enough of these. These are 2 packs of 20 magnets each. Next are some mufflers and the transmission for this 400 small block kit. And lastly, the transmission and the turbocharged slant 6. Let me move the stuff and get it out of the bags for you. On the turntable first are the Gretty RSTI muffler kit. This kit gives you 3 mufflers and a bunch of exhaust tips. I wanted to pick these up for some upcoming JDM style builds. I never knew the names of these mufflers. The old folks around here called them fart cans, which I find amusing. Next are the magnets, 2 packs of 20. They are 2mm in diameter and 1mm thick. These are great for doors, hoods, battery compartments, and more. Always grab more than you think you need, as it is easy to lose track of these little devils. Working with them takes some practice, but soon you will have your own system and be using them for more and more things. Moving right along, we come to the Slant 6 Mopar Hemi Turbo engine. Starting with the block and cylinder head, as well as 2 valve cover options. Next is the oil pan and intercooler tubes for the turbo, as well as 2 header options. There are also 2 intakes, but they look the same to me. And then the fuel intake system. Here we have the 4-speed transmission, bell housing, and 3 cold air filters. Then we have the turbo bodies, coil, water pump, starter, alternator, and distributor. Whoops! Better flip over the front cover, which is followed by the oil filter. Belt setup and the fuel rail, which completes this engine kit. This GM 400 EFI small block engine I have shown before, some time ago, but maybe not all of you have seen it before. As always, we start with the block, cylinder heads, and 3 valve cover options. We also have 2 shorty style headers and a valley pan, which goes right here on the block. I also chose a 4-speed manual for this kit, which comes with 2 bell housing options. Lastly, there is the oil pan. These are great looking engine kits, and the other one of these is going in my club build, which is shoulda had a V8, and I am stuffing it into an Opel GT. Next is the fuel delivery system for this engine, which is made up of the intake manifold. I am going to call these fuel rails. If I am wrong, please correct me in the comments. Plus, there are the throttle bodies and the air filters. This is a nice setup when trying to keep the engine under the hood with its low profile. The last parts for this engine are the little pieces, starting with these ignition coils, followed by what looks to be an oil fill cap, fan clutch, fan, and timing chain cover. Continuing on, we find the oil filter, coil, and 4 valve cover breathers. Next is 2 belt and pulley options, alternator, the bracket for said alternator, power steering parts, starter, 3 distributor options, water pump, and lastly, the fuel pump. Now we come to the part of this video I'm most excited for, and that is the resin motorcycle parts. You can see some parts still in the molds, and others are in a tray. The ones in the tray are from my very first pouring, which needed improvement. I would like to thank a couple friends at this point. In no particular order, I will start with Kyle of RKD Scaleworks, who bought and shipped me a kit so I could make molds of multiple engines at the same time. Then Joe of Big Sky Model Workshop. He sent me a motorcycle kit to add variety to my parts, as well as sending a cool little 5 horsepower engine that could be used for lawnmowers, goat carts, wood splitters, and more. The last person I want to thank is my friend DW, who walked me through making molds and pouring resin by doing it right along with me through FaceTime. So thank you to each and every one of you. I truly appreciate your friendship. It means so very much to me. Here is one of my fuel tanks. It's not perfect, but it does have some nice details. This is my first V-twin engine, which I am so pleased with. Being able to cast this one engine opens up a whole world of custom bike building, as I am currently learning to bend and solder brass, and I hope to build frames from them in the future. For this build, I will be using the frame in the Revell 29 Ford kit from the California Chopper, but being able to switch seats and tanks will do a lot to make the bike stand out and be more interesting to me. as I am not the biggest fan of traditional choppers. I was totally amazed when I was able to cast the chain setup. Being my first molds, I was concerned about how thin it is, but it was a success. This little engine is a 750 V-twin Yamaha engine cast from a die-cast engine. Well, let's pull some parts and see if I improved any. I will begin by picking off some of the flash from the mold. Sorry, I didn't see I was not in frame. And pop comes the part from the mold. There is flash I need to clean up, but that is a usable part for me. Static cling is a thing with this flash, that is for dang sure. The next part is an engine half, which for sure looks better to me than the first as it does not have as many small bubbles in it. This is an oil tank. Here is the other half of the Harley V-twin. Next is a seat cast from the chopper kit and another. I think this is a part of the transmission. And last in this mold is the front chain case. This little mold is an experiment. This is the 5 horsepower engine that Joe sent me. This one is so much better than the first. Much more crisp detail. Moving on, this mold is seats cast from different die-cast motorcycles. This seat is off a Yamaha Virago, which is the very first bike that Bug and I had years ago. Oh, I mentioned that this 5-horse is better than my first, which is right here. Let me get them together, and I think you can see right here that the new one is much better. Getting to this next mold that houses tanks and brake lights. These two are vast improvements from my first try. So here's before and after on this Kawasaki fuel tank. This little Harley tank is for a panhead with a suicide shift. I can fill that in, or I can make a suicide shift. It too looks much better than the first version of it. I was not getting the bubbles out well enough the first time. These not so great parts I will save for junk parts and dioramas or a truck bed. And here is the Virago fuel tank. These brake lights are really generic, but can be used in many situations. Once all the parts are out of the molds, they are clean inside. This process is more fun than it should be. I thought this mold looked wet on top, but it was not. You can see how easily the flash comes off the molds, except it also finds its way back from the static electricity. As you can see, this mold is casting the parts from the Revell chopper. With Kyle sending a kit and already having 2, I was able to cast 3 of everything each time. Well, that kicker didn't survive. Not every part is a success every time. Oops, I started this mold with seats, then set it off to the side and forgot. Come on, fingers, work with me and stop throwing things. All of these seats were a success, which is great. While most of these parts are a vast improvement over my first try, not all the molds did so well. When the resin does not react like it should, for whatever reason, it kind of turns into gummies, as you can see in both of these last 2 molds, and afterward there is a general look at what I wound up with this time. There are 3 Kawasaki 4-cylinder engines, the 750 from the Virago, a die-cast panhead, and 5 of the engines from the chopper kit, followed by a Honda 4-cylinder from my friend Joe. There are also tanks, chains, and seats, as well as other parts, and this cool little 5-horse Briggs-style engine also from Joe. Thank you for hanging out with us today, and it is at this time I have an announcement I would like to make regarding my daughter and editor, Carrie.
Hello, and welcome to the Kids Corner. I have recently gotten back into modeling after an 8-year hiatus. This is my second build, right here, since I started, and it's for the Alliance of Plastic club build. I'm putting a V8 engine in it. That's kind of the theme, is putting a V8 in something that's not a V8. I haven't done much to it aside from painting the body. I did this in scale finishes, Snowcrest white and Horizon blue. I think I did not too bad a job for my first time airbrushing a body color. I think I'll have to work on my camera and lighting, but it looks pretty good, I think. Here's the truck bed. I have to detail paint these little things here. And my mom did teach me how to do a realistic wood bed, which I think turned out pretty good. I'll show you the progress pics over here. And I did the wood on the bottom too. Just didn't put the shiny coat on that. Aside from that, I haven't really done a whole lot. So thanks for hanging. See you at the next Kids Corner. Bye!
Daughter and editor, Carrie. Well, never mind, I guess. You already know what I was going to say. We hope you all don't mind her occasional updates as she settles back into the hobby. If you have comments for her, go ahead and drop them and she will answer from her personal account and I will answer as DRC as always. With that, we are out of here. Later, y'all. Sponsor Spotlight. Are you a passionate modeler? Constantly searching for that perfect detail to bring your miniature masterpiece to life? Do you dream of building your models so accurate they could be mistaken for the real thing? Then it's time to discover VCG Resins by Reese. VCG Resins specializes in providing the highest quality, most unique, and incredibly detailed resin parts and accessories for your 1/24th and 1/25th scale models and dioramas. Modelers can find everything from intricate engines and suspension components to realistic wheels and essential diorama accessories, all designed to bring your miniature masterpieces to life. Are you ready to elevate your next build? Please visit vcgresins.com and don't forget to use our discount code DRCRUST at checkout for 13% off your order. At Scale Finishes, they specialize in high-quality automotive-grade paints, clears, and primers designed to bring your scale models to life. Their authentic colors and premium products provide a flawless finish every time. Visit scalefinishes.com and use our discount code Cinderella10 at checkout to receive 10% off on your order. Edited, produced, and narrated by Cat Productions.